History. It's a bit of a thing that I've become painfully obvious of as I turned another year older this week. So to make myself feel better, I'm thinking I need to look at something a little bit older than I am. How about the entire world, I guess? Welcome back, friends, and a special welcome to all the new friends out there. I'm YoBGS, and when it comes to YouTube, I just kind of fall down rabbit holes of watching the creators I like. So when something blows up to like 100 million views, like Bill Wirtz and the history of the entire world, I guess, it's just something that I don't see. So today, I'm going to go through the YouTube rite of passage and finally check out for the first time the history of the entire world. I guess. I've done history of Minecraft, I guess, which I know is done in a similar style, so I'm really looking forward to this. Also, if you like these videos, if you like the stuff I'm doing, please make sure to check and see if you're subscribed. It helps the channel out way more than you know, and I'm excited for this. Again, a video doesn't get like 150 million views unless, you know, it's a little bit funny. So here we go.
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool.
Okay, so already getting vibes of, oh man, what was that old, it was that old Flash animation of like, this is the Earth chilling. Dang, that is a sweet Earth.
Hi, you're on a rock, floating in space. Pretty cool, huh? Some of it's water. Fuck it. Actually, most of it's water. I can't even get from here to there without buying a boat. It's sad. I'm sad. I miss you.
How did this happen?
What? This is already, this is already like cracked beyond cracked. All right. So we've got somebody who took all the Adderall and is trying to do their history project.
Time ago. Actually, never. And also now. Nothing is nowhere. When? Never. Makes sense, right? Like I said, it didn't happen. Nothing was never anywhere. That's why it's been everywhere. It's been so everywhere, you don't need a where. You don't even need a when. That's how every it gets.
Dude, that feeling when you go to fish and somebody hands you something and you're like, okay, I mean, you know, I'm only young once, and then all of a sudden, that's how every it gets. So that's the end? What? Make something.
Forget
Bill.
this. I want to be something.
Thank
Go
you.
somewhere. Do
I was
something.
about to say, Bill Wirtz, go! Make something of your life,
I want
said the reaction channel to the actual creator.
things to change. I want to invent time and space. And I know it's possible because everything is here and it probably already happened. I just don't know when to start.
Start at
And
the
that's
beginning,
exactly where it
and
started.
don't stop till you've reached the end.
Oh, I paused it. I think there's a universe now. What's it made of?
Quirks and stuff.
Ah, that's a thing. In a place. Don't like it? Try a new place. At a different time. Try to stick together because the world is going to get bigger and emptier. But it's not empty yet. It's still very full and about 1 jillion degrees. Great news. The quarks are now happily married in groups of 3 called a proton or a neutron.
What the damn hell crap? What? What? Look. What? No, like, I mean, okay. It makes sense, I suppose, because people much smarter than me say that it's a thing, and I have a tendency to believe those people, but
And about 1 jillion degrees.
that is not a number. Look, I've played a lot of Wordle. I know that's not a number.
Great news. The quarks are now happily married in groups of 3 called a proton or a neutron. And there's something else flying around too that wants to join in but can't because it's still too... Great news. The protons and neutrons are now happily married to each other. Some of them even doubled up.
Huh?
Great news. The electrons have now...
Hang on, so wait, like, I want to pause every 2 seconds because he throws so much information at you so fast, it's like, what in the actual what? But, okay, so, like, alright, so, like, shoot, and then, because I have ADD, my thoughts go away. This is a disaster. This is gonna be a friggin' train wreck of a video. But, so it was actually so hot that electrons couldn't bond to nuclei?
now joined in.
I never would have known that. Thank you. Am I the millionth visitor?
Congratulations. The world is now a bunch of gas in space. But it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together. And it's getting closer together.
It's a star.
New shit just got made. Some stars burn out and die. Bigger stars burn out and die with passion and make some brand new, way crazier shit.
Well done, superstar.
Space dust.
Which allows newer, more interesting stars to be made and then die and explode into...
Even crazier space dust.
So now stars have cool stuff around them, like rocks, ice, and funny clouds, which can make some very...
Can we take a second to just appreciate how this is basically, if you told a little kid to make a universe, This is exactly what they would say. This is how they would describe it. Like, oh, that explodes, but the explosion makes bigger things, and the bigger things make better things. And it's a Rick and Morty thing of like, and then a meteor hit, and then the meteor made space dust, but that's when nuns.
Very interesting things. Like this ball of flaming rocks, for example. Holy shit, we just got hit with another ball of flaming rocks. And it kind of made a mess, which is now...
Wait,
Weather
really?
Update, it's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update, those rocks might have had water inside them and now there's hot steam in the sky. Weather update, cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update, it's raining. Severe flooding alert, the entire world is now an ocean. Volcano alert.
That's land.
There's life in the ocean. What?
Something's alive.
When you watch this for the first time, the second time, the 10th time, I don't think they show it in schools because he said the F-bomb and that can probably get teachers fired. But like, what? I understand I understand everything that's going on, but I have so many questions, and the questions that can't possibly be answered because how do we know any of this? I wasn't there. I didn't get a postcard. No one was taking pictures back then. I mean, and I know people smarter than me. God bless it. This is my brain. This is my brain on drugs because I'm mush. I'm melted. I'm a puddle.
It's raining rocks from outer space. Weather update, those rocks might have had water inside them and now there's hot...
And there's two kinds of people in the world. People that watch this and they feel like I do, and liars.
Hot
Bottom
steam
line.
in the sky. Weather update, cooler temperatures today and the floor is no longer lava. Weather update, it's raining. Severe flooding alert, the entire world is now an ocean. Volcano alert.
That's land.
Heck
There's life in the
yeah.
ocean. What?
Something's alive in the ocean.
Did that say the little thing say there's life in the ocean?
That's land.
There's life in the ocean.
Oh shoot, I have so much crap in the way. Ignore my crap. Yep, there's life in the ocean.
What?
Something's alive in the ocean.
Oh cool, like a plant or an animal? No, a microscopic speck. It lives at the bottom of the ocean and eats chemical soup, which is being served hot and fresh, made from gnarly space ingredients left over from when it was raining rocks or whatever. Oh yeah, and it can do that. It has secret instructions written inside itself telling it how to build another one of itself. So that
Imagine being the first living thing. Talk about pressure, right? You've got the entire history of everything riding on your back, and you're not even sentient, so you don't even know that that's what the hell you've got going on.
that's pretty nifty, I would say. Tired of living at the bottom of the ocean?
Now you can eat sunlight.
Using a revolutionary technique, you can convert sunlight into food.
Taste the sun.
Side effect, now there's oxygen everywhere and the sky's blue. Then the Earth might have been a snowball for a while, maybe even a couple of times.
Really? That's kind of badass too. But see, what's amazing is, actually, I guess that would make sense because if you're releasing oxygen into the atmosphere and those things don't know about conservation, they just do the things they're programmed to do, that would make like the opposite, right, of greenhouse gas? Maybe? No? Shut up, I'm not a scientist.
It's a sponge, it's a plant, it's a worm, and some other types of weird, strange water bugs and strange fish.
Yucamuku.
It's the Cambrian explosion.
Wow, that's animals and stuff. We're still in the ocean. Hey, can we go on land? No. Why? The sun is a deadly laser. Oh, okay.
Not anymore, there's a blanket.
Now the animals can go on land.
What? Dude, why? You begin to understand the problem of being a person, right? Because the problem of being a person is that we inherently want things to be orderly because it's the only way we can do what we do the best way that we do it. And everything about the universe, everything about our world is just chaotic. Like, what? You can't go out of the sun. Why? The laser beam. Gonna kill you. Okay, there's a blanket. Okay.
Why? The sun is a deadly laser. Oh, okay.
Not anymore, there's a blanket.
Now the animals can go on land. Come on, animals, let's go on land. Nope, can't walk yet. And there's no food yet, so I don't care. Okay, will you learn to walk if there's plants up here? Maybe, said some bugs. And fish.
Because the fish want to eat the bugs. Wait, when
Okay,
did
so
predators happen though? I mean, obviously that looks like a predator, but like when did predators happen? Because we were just eating ghostly steam, and then we were eating sunlight, and then all of a sudden something was just like, what if I eat the things that are eating the things?
Can go on land, but I have to go back in the water to
Have babies.
learn to use an egg.
I was already doing that.
Use a stronger egg. Put water in it. Have a baby on land in an egg. Water is in the egg. Baby in the egg, in the water, in the egg. Works.
Spoiler alert, put the egg inside you, do all that stuff inside, then take the inside part, make it outside. Dude, I just saved you like 400 million years. Talk about speed running.
For me.
Bye-bye, ocean.
And now everything's huge, including bugs. Want to see a map of the land? Sure. Oh, fuck. Now everything's dead. Just kidding. Here are the survivors. Keep your eye on this one because it's about...
Wait a minute. Okay, so we got...
Just kidding. Here are the survivors.
We got Thranaxodon, Leistosaurus, and Proterosuchus, and I'm in the way of the one that matters.
Keep your eye on this one because it's about to become the dinosaurs. Here's another map of the land. Yeah, it broke apart. Don't worry about it. It does that all the time. Here comes a meteor.
Everything... Wait, everything that was giant wasn't the dinosaurs? Then what the hell was all the other... Or wait, no, because there's different eras of dinosaurs. So there were the giant dinosaurs, then they, and now there were other dinosaurs, and now it looks like... And...
Here.
And the dinosaurs are gone.
It's mammal time. Here come the
07's
mammals.
a chat
Look at
for
those
dinosaurs.
breasts. Now they're going to dominate the world, and one of them just learned how to grab stuff.
Dear God, you cannot show boobies on YouTube.
And walk. No, like, walk like that. And grab stuff at the same time. And bang rocks together to make pointed rocks. Ouch. And set things on fire. Youch. And make crazy sounds with their voice. Knirsch, which can mean different things.
Knirsch. Can you hand me that rock over there? All right, we're picking up some speed.
It's a human person.
Hell
And now
yeah.
they're everywhere. Almost.
Ice Age.
What? You can walk
Hell
over
no.
here? Cool.
Not anymore.
Well, I guess we're stuck here now. Let's review. There's people on the
Apparently
planet.
you can, though. There are like some islands in, I don't think it's the Aleutian Islands, but with everything going on in the world right now, let's date this video. I don't want to date this video. It's already got a significant other. No, there's stuff there's like an area in an Alaskan island and an island that belongs to Russia that I guess they freeze and make a bridge across in the winter. Not a straight bridge like that one, but like between the two islands anyway.
And they're chasing their food. Fuck it, time to plant some grass. Look at this. I control the food now. Now everyone will want to be my friend and live near me. Let's all build houses, except mine
Hell
is
yeah.
bigger because I own the food. This is great. I wonder if anyone else is doing this. Tired of using rocks for everything? Use metal. It's underground. Better farming was just invented in a sweet dank valley right in between these two rivers, and the animals are helping.
Guess what happens next?
More food and more
Oh,
people.
I was
looking
gonna say
buy the food.
war. Humans are involved, so I was immediately gonna say war, because that's the thing, right? The social hierarchy. You have the stuff. You have people live with you. You have the biggest house because you have the stuff. Somebody else is gonna come along and say, "Wait a minute, I want the stuff, so I'm gonna hit you with one of those pointy rocks and take the stuff."
Now you need people to help make the food and keep track of the sales. And now you need
Apparently not. Apparently it was just peace and happiness in 5000 BC.
houses for people to live in and people to make the houses. And now there's more people and they invent things, which makes things better. And more people come and there's more farming and more people to make more things for more people. And now there's business, money, writing, laws, power.
Society.
Coming soon to a dank river valley near you.
Only the
Meanwhile,
dank river valleys, though. We haven't figured out ways to get the dank river to the non-dank parts of the world, which are substantial.
Out in the middle of nowhere, the horse is probably being tamed. Why is all my metal so lame and lumpy? Tired of using lame, sad metal? Introducing
Bronze.
made with special ingredient tin from the far lands of Tinland. I don't know, my dealer won't tell me where he gets it. Also, guess what?
Egypt.
Meanwhile, out in the middle of nowhere, they figured out how to put wheels on a horse. Now we're getting somewhere.
Hell
also,
yeah.
China.
and did I mention?
Indus River Valley Civilization.
No, you didn't.
Nordichico.
The Middle East is getting more complicated. Maybe because it's in the
World's
middle
going
of
bananas right now.
the East. Knock knock, or clop clop. It's the people with the horses. And they made an empire. And then everyone else copied their horses.
Greeks.
Ah, look, it must be the Greeks, or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check in.
How do you get to, first of all, beta, lol. Second of all, how do you, what? You can't just grease out of nowhere.
And they made an empire. And then everyone else copied their horses.
Greeks.
Apparently you can.
Ah, look, it must be the Greeks, or a beta version of the Greeks. Let's check in
The
with the Indus River
Mycenaeans.
Valley civilization. They're gone. Guess who's not gone?
China. New arrivals in India. Maybe it's those horse people I was talking about, or their cousins or something. And they wrote some hymns and mantras and stuff.
Very
You could
cool.
make a religion out of this. There's the Bronze Age collapse.
Wait, really? I'll be dipped. I don't know why I assumed Hinduism was a much more recent religion than that, but I'll be dipped. That's kind of cool. I thought, because I honestly thought, and see, this is the problem. Look at me. Look at where I am. I had always assumed that it was like Judaism and then sort of Christianity and then sort of Hinduism, Buddhism, everything else, oh boy, that's like the dumbest thing you can say, right? No, I was thinking of Islam, but I assumed that everything kind of came after the Christianity side of things. So I learned something today.
The Phoenicians can get down to business.
Also, can we switch to a metal that's a little easier to find? Thanks. Look who came back to Israel. It's the
And
12th.
wait, so in China and Japan, again, what do you want from me? So China and Japan are just off doing their own thing, kicking ass, apparently?
Tribes of Israel.
And they believe in God.
Just one, though. He's got like a 10-step program. Here's some huge heads. Must be the
So Hinduism was even before that. Olmec, probably not the Olmec I'm thinking of from Legends of the Hidden Temple.
Olmecs. The Phoenicians make some colonies. The Greeks copy their idea and make some colonies. The Phoenicians made a colony so big it makes colonies. Here comes the Assyrian Empire. Never mind, it's the Babylonian Median.
Carthaginian.
Persian Empire.
Famous for
Wow,
rugs.
that's big. Ah, the Buddha was just enlightened. Who's the Buddha? This guy who sat under a tree for so long that he figured out how to ignore the fact that we're all dying. You can make a religion out of this. Oops, China just broke, but while it was breaking, Confucius was figuring out how to have good morals.
What? What? Okay, so first of all, yeah, my view of the world was completely skewed, backwards, upside down, and wrong. But again, what would you expect from watching this video? Who broke China? Why did China break? Look, doesn't matter when I thought the Buddha lived. The point is, it wasn't when he actually lived. So,
Dying. You can make a religion out of this. Oops, China just broke, but while it was breaking,
Blue.
Confucius was figuring out how to
Flex tape.
have good morals. Ah, the Greeks just had the idea of thinking about stuff. And right over here, Alexander just had the idea of conquering the entire Persian Empire. It's a great idea.
Jeebus.
He was great. And now he's dead. Hopefully the rest of the gang will be able to share the empire evenly between them. Knock knock, it's Chandragupta. He says, get the hell out of here. Will you get the hell out of here if I give you 500 elephants? Okay, thanks, bye.
Time to conquer all of India. Or most of India.
But what about this part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings. Who are the Tamil Kings?
Merchants probably.
See, and I love this video. It makes you laugh. It's really funny. But there is that moment where you have to recognize that, yeah, all of this was probably bloodier and way wilder than Bill is making it out to be. But Bill just says it with such a great deal of charm that you conquer most of India.
Or most of India.
But what about this part? That's the Tamil Kings. No one conquers the Tamil Kings. Who are the Tamil Kings?
Merchants probably. And they've got spices.
Who would like to buy the spices? Me, said the Arabians,
Everyone.
swiftly buying it and selling it to the rest of the world. Hey, China put itself back together again, with good
Yay.
morals as their main philosophy.
Maybe?
Actually, they have 3 main philosophies. Out here, the horse nomads run wild and free, and they would like to ransack your city. Let's check the Greekification levels of the Greekified kingdoms. Greekification overload. Bye, said the Parthians. Bye, said the Jews. Hi, said the Parthians, taking over the entire place. Hey, said the Romans, eating the entire Mediterranean for breakfast.
Jeebus.
Thanks for invading our homeland, said the Jews, who were starting to get tired of people invading their homeland.
Fair.
Hi, everything's great, said
You know,
some
I gotta believe that is something that may not actually, change throughout the rest of the video.
guy who seems to be getting very popular and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make a religion out of this. Want silk?
What
Now
did that say?
popular, which only makes him more popular. You can make and is then arrested and killed for being too popular, which only makes him more popular.
Actually not fail.
You can make a religion out of this. Want silk? Now you can buy it from China. They just made a
Brand new road to the world.
And of course you have to have Bitcoin, which everyone knows in about 50 AD, Bitcoin was like $3 a piece. So if you invested in it back then, you were doing pretty good.
or you can
Get their own water.
Sick, new trade routes, said India, accidentally spreading their religion to the entire southeast. That's a good place for an epic trading kingdom. There goes Buddhism traveling up the Silk Road. I wonder if it'll reach China before it collapses again. Remember the Persian Empire? Yep, said the Persians, making a new one. Axum is getting so powerful they would like to build a long stick. Has anyone populated Madagascar yet? Let's do it together.
Oh, that's not gonna go well. Yay! Flex tape! Not flex
Still
glue.
can't cross the Sahara Desert? Try camels,
Hell yeah, now we got business.
said the Ghana Empire, selling lots of gold and slaves. Hi, I live in the Roman Empire, and I was wondering...
Is loving Jesus legal yet?
No. Actually, okay, sure, said Constantine, moving the capital way over here to be closer to his main...
Rival.
Don't worry about Rome.
It used to be Istanbul. Or no, Istanbul used to be Constantinople. Why they changed it, I can't say.
It won't fall.
It's the golden age of India.
There's the Gupta Empire, not Chandragupta, just Gupta. First name Chandra. The first. Guess who's in Rome?
Barbarians.
What's a barbarian? Non-Romans, said the Romans, being invaded by non-Romans. R.I.P. Roman Empire. Or actually just half of it. The other half is just fine. But it's not in Rome anymore, so let's give it a new name.
The Mayans have figured out the stars.
Hell yeah.
Oh, and here's a huge city. Population, everyone. The Gokturks have taken over the entire Eurasian steppe. Great job, Gokturks. How's India?
How the hell does this all sound so much cooler than it actually probably was, right? Life in the time of all of these people was an exhausting struggle. Although now that I think about it, late stage capitalism is also a bit of an exhausting struggle, but we have the internet, right? We have the ability to reflect on our plight and laugh. So I guess that's something.
Broken. How's China?
Oh, what the hell? I make one stupid point
Good job,
and everything
Gokturks.
goes
How's
to
India?
pot.
Broken. How's China?
Back together.
How's those trading kingdoms?
Bigger and there's more of them.
Korea has 3 kingdoms. Japan has a kingdom. It's the Sunrise Kingdom. Deep in the Arabian desert, on the top of a mountain, the real God whispers in Muhammad's ear. So he goes down to the cube where everyone worships gods, and he tells them their gods are all fake. And everyone got so mad at him that he had to leave town and go to a different town. You can make a religion out of this, and maybe conquer the world as well. The Roman Empire is long gone, but somehow the Pope is still the Pope. Plus,
It's weird how the religion part tends to go hand in hand with the conquering the world part.
there's
New kingdoms all
If there was a script for this video, it would say, Yo, BGS editorially sips something you expect to be tea.
over Europe.
I wonder if there's room for Moors. Here's all the wisdom. In a house. It's the Baghdad House of Wisdom. Just in time for the
Islamic golden age.
Let's bring stuff to the
yeah.
coast and sell it and become the Swahili on the Swahili coast, said the Swahili on the Swahili coast. Remember this tiny space you have to go through to get from here to there? Someone owns that now. Want to get enlightened in the middle of nowhere? The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Pope is so proud that he invites the king over.
I feel like this may be the place to be.
Someone owns that.
Not there. If you own that, you are... See, this is all like Risk. Well, gee, it's almost like Risk is based on the real world. But if you own this, you're in like Flint, I would
Want to get
imagine.
enlightened in the middle of nowhere?
That seems like the strategy. Just forget all of this. The rest of it's too complicated.
The Franks have the biggest kingdom in Europe, and the Pope is so proud that he invites the king over for Christmas. Surprise, you're the new Roman emperor, said the Pope, pretending to still be part of the Roman Empire. Then the Franks broke their kingdom into what will later be called France and not France. The Northerners, or just Norse if you don't have much time, are exploring. They go north, from the north to the northern north, and they find some land, 2 types of land, and they name them accordingly. They also invade some
Did
other
I say
places,
Frankland?
and they name them accordingly.
Oh, just pranked.
They also invade some other places and get called many names, such as Vikings. There's the Rus, the Kievan Rus. Are they Vikings? I don't think so, said the Kievan Rus. Okay, fair enough. The Pope is ready to make some more emperors of the Roman Empire, the Holy Roman Empire. It's actually Germany, but don't worry about it. New kingdoms.
Christianize all the kingdoms.
Which brand would you like? Mine's better. Mine's better. Mine's better. Time to conquer
Oh
England,
God.
said
Okay, so wait a minute. Are we now approaching Crusades?
William. It's a bird. It's a plane,
It's the Seljuk Turks.
said the Byzantine Empire, who's getting so small it almost doesn't exist anymore. We need help. They need help, so they call the Pope. Hey, Pope, can you help us get rid of the Seljuks? Maybe take back the Holy Land on the way? Come on, I know you want to take back the Holy Land. Yes, I do actually want to do that. Let's do a crusade.
Crusade.
Ah,
They did
I
many
was
crusades,
right.
some of which almost didn't fail, but at least the Italians got some sweet trade deals. Goodbye, Mayans.
Hello, Toltecs.
Goodbye, Toltecs.
Hello, Mississippi.
Look at those
Wait,
mounds.
what?
There's
Where did
Toltecs.
Mississippi come from? I was not, of all of the historical terms in my brain, of which most of them are now rattling around, I was not expecting Mississippi to just look like a giant tombstone.
Mississippi.
Look at those mounds. There's the Pueblo. I always wondered how to build a town in a cliff. Guess who's here? Come here. Where? Here. And Pagan is there. Vietnam unconquered itself, Korea just became itself, and Japan is so addicted to art that the military might have to take over the government. China just invented
Aw, but
bombs
art
and
kicks
typing.
ass.
And the Mongols just invaded most of the universe. Nice going, Genghis. I bet that will last a long time. Some of the Islamic Turks were unaffected by the Mongol invasions because
Imagine. Think about how far that is now, right? In 2022, the world's still a pretty big place. Imagine in a time before any sort of motorized transport, just how big that was, like, relatively.
they were busy invading India. Is it
Does
Tonga
he even
time?
know
I think
what he
it's Tonga
captured?
time. I just found out where the Swahili gets all their gold. Look at this Chad. Means lake. There's an empire there, right in the middle of
Africa.
The king of Mali is so rich he's going on tour to let everyone know. Wow, that guy's rich, everyone said. The Christians are doing a great
Richest guy in the history of history, right? Like, is a percentage of the world's wealth, or is it adjusted for inflation? But I think that's a thing. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Correct me in the comments about everything, because I'm
Great
wrong.
job reconquering Iberia, which will soon be called Spain and not Spain. Please remain Christian. We will check in later to see if you're still Christian when you least expect. Whoops, half of Europe just died.
Oh, that's
China's back,
unfortunate.
yay! Hey, come here, time to share. New kingdoms here and there. Oh, look who controls all the islands. It's the Mahajapit, Majapahit, Mapajahit, Mahapajit, Mapajahit, Majapahit. Oh, Italy's really rich. Time for them to care a lot about art and the ancient classics. It's kind of like a rebirth. Here's a printer. Let's make books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job.
I'm just laughing at the random music. God, it's things like these that make not smart people like me realize how smart people are.
You can conquer the Byzantine
You
Empire.
know, because you think you're a smart person, and then you realize you're not smart person, and then there are actually smart people
Here's a
out there.
printer. Let's make books. So you think you can conquer the Byzantine Empire? Yep, said the Ottoman Turks. Nice job, Ottoman Turks. Oops, you missed a spot. Don't forget to ban Europe from the Indian spice trade. What? That's bullshit, said Portugal. Spiceless.
Well, I guess we'll have to find another way to India.
Wait, said Christopher Columbus, probably smoking crack. If the world is round, let's go this way to India. No, don't worry, we already got this, said Portugal. So Chris goes to Spain. Hey, Spain, want to hire me to find India by going around back of the world? No, please, no, please, no, please. Okay. So he sails into the ocean and discovers more ocean, and then discovers the Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who gets which half of the world. The Aztec and Inca empires are off to a great start. I wonder if they know that Europe just discovered their continent. The Habsburgs are marrying into...
Oh, I see it now. I couldn't figure out how it was rotated. I was very sorry. For my own edification, I needed
discovers
that.
more ocean, and then discovers the Indies and Japan. Let's draw a line to decide who gets which half of the world. The Aztec and Inca empires are off to a great start. I wonder if they know that Europe just discovered their continent.
Nope.
The Habsburgs are marrying into so many royal families they might have to start marrying each other.
Ew.
Move over, Lithuania. Here comes Moscow. Ivan wants to make Russia great again. Move over, Timurids. Maybe go invade India or something. Persia just made Persia Persian again. Let's make it the other kind of Islam. The one where we thought the first guy should have been the other guy. Hey Christians, do you sin? Now you can buy your way out of hell. That's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit.
It was
You can buy your
$40,000? Hopefully not in back then money.
way out of hell. That's bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck
Martin
the church.
Luther?
Here's 95 Reasons Why,
Yep.
said Martin Luther in his new book, which might have accidentally started the Protestant Reformation. You know
Yep.
what would be magnificent, said Suleiman wearing an onion hat? What if the Ottoman Empire was really big, which it is now? What if Russia was big, said Ivan, trying not to be terrible. Portugal had a dream that they controlled the entire Indian Ocean, including the spice trade. And then that dream was real. And Spain realized that this is not India, but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England and France. We got
That is an entire multiple set of
India,
continents.
but they pillaged it anyway. Damn, said England
F's
and
in
France.
chat
We
for
gotta start pillaging
everyone.
some stuff. Then the Dutch revolt and all the hipsters moved to Amsterdam. Damn, said Amsterdam. We gotta start pillaging some stuff. Question 1, can you get to India through North America? No, but at least there's beaver. Question 2, steal the spice trade. That's not a question, but the Dutch did it anyway. Guess where all the sugar's made? In Brazil. Stolen. In the Caribbean. And it's so goddamn profitable, you might forget to not do slavery. The next thing on Russia's to-do
You
list is
might
to get...
forget to not. Meanwhile, hopefully Japan and China are kicking ass still.
bigger. Britain and France are having a friendly discussion about who should control the entire world, more specifically, Ohio. Then it escalates into a 7-year discussion, giving Prussia a chance to show Austria who's boss. But what about
Who were the
year
belligerents
discussion,
here?
giving Prussia
France, Austria, Spain, Russia, Sweden, Britain, Prussia, Portugal, Hanover, and the Iroquois.
a chance to show Austria who's boss? But what
My
about
money's
Britain
on
and
the
France? Did
Iroquois.
they figure out who's boss? Yes, they did. It's Britain. Guess who's broke? Also Britain. So they start taxing the hell out of America. Fuck you, says America, declaring their independence and fighting for it. And France helps them win. Now France is broke. And Britain will have to send their prisoners to a different continent. Wait a
See, I heard the different version of this where this is how the Rothschilds controlled the world. Casually throws out conspiracy theory and hits play.
If France is broke, why do the king and queen still wear such fancy dresses? Let's overthrow the palace and cut all their heads off, said Robespierre, cutting everybody's head off until
Yep.
someone eventually got mad and cut his head off. You could make a No, don't. The lady is starting to like the idea of a revolution, especially the slaves, who free themselves by killing their masters. Why didn't we think of this before? Wait, who's in charge of France now? Said Napoleon, trying to take over Europe. Luckily, they
What is
banished
this
him to...
weird hand in the pants? Oh no, it's in his jacket pocket. Dude, bad yearbook photo. Bad yearbook photo. You'd figure if you controlled the world, you could probably do a little bit better than that.
Said Napoleon, trying to take over Europe. Luckily, they banished him to an island.
But he came back.
Luckily, they banished him to another island. There goes Latin America, becoming independent in the Latin American Wars of Independence. Britain just figured out how to turn steam into power, so now they can make
Many different types of machines and factories with machines in them so they can make a lot of products
Oh, there's no way industrialization will come back to bite the environment in the ass.
real fast.
Then they invent some trains and conquer India and maybe put some trains there. Hey, China, said Britain, buy stuff from us. Nah, dude, we already got everything, says China. So Britain tried to get them addicted to opium, which worked actually. But then China
Really?
made it illegal and dumped it all into the sea. So Britain threw a hissy fit and made them open up 5 cities and give them an
Why have I not heard about the Boston opium party? That sounds like a party you might want to go to.
Britain and Russia are playing a game where they try to stop each other from conquering Afghanistan. Also, the
Sultan of Oman lives in
Also, that will continue for the rest of forever.
Zanzibar now.
that's just where he lives. India just had a revolution, and they would like to govern themselves now. Nope, said Britain, governing them even harder than before.
Sounds about right. Not right morally, right in the terms of correct.
Technology is about to go crazy.
The United States finally figured out whether slavery is good or bad. It's bad, they decided. And then they continued manifesting their destiny, which is to kill the rest of the natives and take their land and maybe kick out the Mexicans too.
Well, they really did romanticize the hell out of that. Also, I do very much love how this is focused on a lot of the rest of the world. Again, you get the Amerocentric view of everything here, so I'm actually learning a lot about what's going on literally everywhere else.
I know, let's rape Africa, said Europe, scrambling to
I wish I wasn't learning about everything else.
see who could rape it the fastest. They never got Ethiopia. Britain and France are still hungry. They never got Thailand. The United States ran out of destiny to manifest, so they're looking for more.
Hawaii, Cuba.
Wait, Spain controls Cuba. Well, blame something on them and go to war. What should we blame on Spain? Let's blame the Maine on Spain. So they blame the Maine on Spain. Now we're in business. To celebrate, they kick Panama out of Panama and make a canal, connecting the 2 oceans. Britain just found oil in the Middle East. It makes cars go. China is so tired of being bossed. It makes cars go.
Beautiful. 500 out of 10.
China is so tired of being bossed around that they delete their old government and make a new, stronger government, which is accidentally weaker and controlled by a guy from the previous government. Europe hasn't had a war since the last war, so they start World War I.
Oh,
Look at those guns.
God.
It's gonna
Yeah, and this is bad news
be last
brown.
war, so they start World War I.
Britain, France, Russia, Italy, Japan, the United States versus Austria, Hungary, Germany, the Ottoman Empire, and Bulgaria. Isn't this where the defenestration of Prague happened?
Look at those guns.
And we're given the exploding pineapple, gun plane, gun car, machine gun, and fire gun.
It's gonna be a great war. So great we won't need a second one. After it's over, they blame Germany. Russia went on strike and the workers overthrew the government. Now everyone's paycheck is the same.
Communism in the Soviet Union.
The Arabs revolt and Britain helps. Now the Ottoman Empire's gone, so we can give the
Jewish people a place to live.
Hopefully the Arabs won't mind. Let's cut the cake, said Sykes and Picot, carving up the remains of the not-so-Ottoman anymore empire.
Except turkey. Turkey makes a brand new turkey.
And then
Thanksgiving.
the Saudis conquer Arabia. It just seemed like the right thing to do. Hello? Yes, it's the 1920s calling. Let's get in the car and drive to a party and listen to jazz on the radio and go to the movies. The
Hell
economy's
yeah.
great and it'll probably be great forever. Just kidding.
Hell
Germany's
no.
back featuring Hitler, the angry mustache model, and he's mad at the Jews for existing. Japan is finally conquering the East, and they're so excited they rape Nanking way too hard. They should probably just deny it. Hitler's out of control, so the international community tackles him and tries to explain why killing all the Jews is a bad idea, but he kills himself before they could explain it to him.
That's World War II.
Bonus round, Pacific Showdown, United States.
I don't like the part that's war. I like the part that's things crawling out of the ocean and living on sunlight.
Versus Japan. Fight. Finish him. Let's unite all the nations and have some
World peace.
Seems legit. Hi, I'm Gandhi, and if Britain doesn't get the hell out of India, I'm going to starve myself.
Isn't that always the way, by the way? Let's unite all the nations and have world peace. And then immediately someone is like, hey, by the way, we're being treated horribly and we don't have any peace here. And then everyone's just like, wait, what?
In public. Wow, that worked. Bonus, now there's Pakistan. Actually, 2 Pakistans. One of them could be Bangladesh later. The Jews and the Arabs finally figured out which one of them should live in the Holy Land. Me, they both said at the same time. Let's divide up the land so everyone's happy.
Psych, they both get angrier.
Look out, China. There's a new China in China. What's on the menu? Communism. No thanks, said the other China, escaping to an island. I wonder which one is the real China. There's the Korean War, Korea versus Korea. Nobody wins, then it's on pause forever. Let's meet the sponsors. Oh, it's the 2 global superpowers. They're having a friendly debate over which economic system is good and which one is an evil virus of Satan. And they both have atom bombs. Fight! Wait, no, that would be the end of the world. Let's just keep it cool and spy on each other instead. And make sure we have enough atom bombs. I'll race you to space. Now let's make some...
But like, sits here and tries not to say anything stupid. Honestly. Yeah, it's one of those, you hear it and I don't know if it was written with this intent or not, but then you're like, ugh, all this stuff that we think is so awesome is not necessarily so awesome, at least Right? Like, at least when they were talking about spices earlier, no one was doing this. That's all I'm saying.
I'll race you to space. Now let's make some more countries fight themselves. Europe is tired of pillaging other continents, and the continents they were pillaging are tired of being pillaged. So here's a new map with new countries. Now you can't tell who they're being pillaged by. The United States finally decided whether racism is good or bad. They decided it's bad, and the world...
But that's because they're pillaging through, like, capitalism. You build businesses and roads and make people dependent on the things that you're doing, and then you own all of the bonds that are the things that are making them do the things that they're doing. I don't need to explain.
South Africa might need another
That's called ran out of steam on my argument. Just, I don't need to explain
minute
it.
to think about it. Let's check the world population. Whoa. Okay. Technology's better too, that might keep happening. The Soviet Union decides to relax a little and accidentally falls apart. Europe makes a union, so now they can all use the same money, except Britain because they don't feel like it. Let's check the mail. Surprise, it's on the computer. Whoops, someone just attacked America. I bet they'll remember that. Phone call. Surprise, it's in your pocket. Want to learn everything? Surprise, it's on the computer. Now your phone's a computer, which is in your pocket. Whoops, the economy just crashed. Don't worry, the big banks won't fail because they're not supposed to. Surprise, flying robots. With bombs. Want to print a brain? Some people have no friends. Some people have no food. The globe is warming.
And the ocean is full of plastic.
Let's save the planet, said everybody.
Dude, there was actually a thing where they said that they're finding microplastics in people's blood now. So, you know, ending on a positive note. If he's going to end on a positive note, I'm going to end on a positive note.
Plastic.
Let's save the planet, said everybody, not knowing how. Let's invent a thing inventor, said the thing inventor after being invented by a thing inventor. That's pretty cool. By the way, where the hell are we?
Brilliant idea, by the way. Throw enough stuff in there that he can get through to 2028 before this video becomes irrelevant. Actually, it'll never be irrelevant. This is, again, if I were a history substitute teacher who did not have to worry about my job being secure the next day, I would show my class this. You know, it's 20 minutes long. Most classes are like 45 minutes. So yeah, you can pause. Like, look, I got 36 minutes out of this. So, you know, that's like most of a history period. You'll have until lunch before somebody goes to the principal and narcs on you for it. So you should be, you know, it's a pretty good day, I would think. But in all honesty, I will be digesting and unpacking this thing probably for the rest of the weekend. It is incredible. It's tremendous. It's better than I thought it could be. It had more info than I thought it could be. So, like, good Lord. I'm glad that I finally watched it. I'm amazed again that it took me this long. But if you liked the video, if you think anything I said is funny, make sure to subscribe. It helps the channel out a ton. As always, take care, friends, and I will see you for the next one.